Let's get started. The theme of today's class is outer shins in. I'm going to show you what that looks like in your body in just a moment. And we're also going to be talking about truth. So everybody come to the top of your mat and take your block. And I will use this block here. And you're going to take the block on the midway setting. So like the medium width. So the medium width. So Jen and Michelle switch it the other way around so it goes front to back like a rectangle. Yes. And take that medium width setting and place it in between your shins. And squeeze the brick. So that isometric squeezing into center line that you're doing to squeeze the block, that triggers all of the muscles of all of your legs to squeeze into the bone. So it adds a muscularity to our practice. Without the block, in a forward fold, you can place your hands on the outsides of your shins and actually press your hands into your shins and press your shins out into your hands. It's the same sort of isometric lighting up of skin to muscle to bone. So we'll be working with that during practice. We'll either be using the block, you'll be using your hands, or you'll just be using that muscle memory to trigger that pulling in. Child's pose. Child's pose. Beginning your Ujjayi breathing. To carry you from pose to pose with audible breath. Downward facing dog. Ragdoll. And here in your first official forward fold, create the skin to muscle to bone engagement. Squeezing your outer shins in. Extended mountain, reach up. Bring your hands to heart center and we'll begin with 3 ohms. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. And place the block in between your shins like you had previously. Middle width. Good. And squeeze. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Vinyasa, high push-up to low push-up. Keep squeezing the block in between your shins if you can. You can. High push-up, low push-up. Upward facing dog, squeeze the block. Good, Danielle. Downward facing dog, squeeze the block. Squeezing the block in between your shins will create it so you will be jumping back. Keep your elbows bent when you jump back from high to low. Water in your joints. Everyone inhale. Everyone exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump your feet to your hands. Squeeze that block. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, reach up. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, breathe in. Squeeze the block, plant your hands, and move from high to low. Good. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good work, Chris. Breathe in and breathe out. Yeah, recreating the squeezing of your outer shins in. Fill. Empty. Again, fill. Empty. Look forward. Go there. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Good work. Extended mountain. Breathe in. Bow forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Fill up. Plant your hands and you flow. High to low. Yes, Meredith. Upward facing dog. Press the earth away. Downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward. Jump. Yeah, good, Michelle. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Reach up. Yes, Jen. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Fill. Plant your hands and you go. High to low. Squeezing. Outer shins in. Upward facing dog. Squeeze the block. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Jump your feet to your hands with the block. Yes. Good work, Cher. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Keep squeezing that brick in between your shins. Sit deep. Send all the stuff that comes up in chair, squeeze it into the block. Take another breath. Sit a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Bow forward. Keep the brick. Let your breath go. Halfway lift. High push-up, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward for warrior one. Yeah, press your right hand into the outside of your right shin. Yeah, so take a really low warrior one and press your hand into your shin, the side of your shin. Press your shin into the side of your hand, like a lot. Sit deeper into that thigh. Feel that in your inner groin, everyone. Press out through your feet, reach your fingers up. Breathe in. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side, left foot forward. Press your left hand into the outside of your left shin. So take your pelvis really low. Yeah. And really press shin into hand and give yourself resistance, hand into shin. Reach up. Look up. Plant your hands in, you flow. High push up to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. Take your feet to your hands. Jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And chair pose with the brick. Squeeze the brick in between your shins. Recreate outer shins in. Breathe. Bow forward. Halfway lift. High push up to low push up with the brick. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, step forward. Release the brick, but create the muscle energy. Outer shin in, reach up. Look up. Plant your hands and go. High to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Outer shin in. And resist that both directions. In and out. The duality. Reach up, breathe. Plant your hands and go. High to low. Upward facing dog. Outer shins in. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Bow forward. Chair pose. One inhale. Squeeze in and sit. Bow forward. Halfway lift. High to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot, one breath. Step forward, create skin to muscle to bone, and you flow high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left foot forward. Squeeze and reach. Flow high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ha. Breathe in. Make some noise. Ha. Lift your right leg. Bend your knees, stack your hips, and flip your dog. Flip your dog and create the outer shins in here. Squeeze your outer shins in and lift your hips. Good, Danielle. Breathe and reach. Side plank. And set up your side plank, right hand down. Take the block and put the block in between your shins for side plank. Set it up. Create it. Yeah, this will be new for most of you. Outer shins in. Good. Everyone breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift your left leg. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip your dog. Create outer shins in with your feet pressing into the earth. Shins squeeze into center. Lift your hips more. Good, Chris. Lift more through your chest. Side plank. Place the block between your shins. Set it up. Light up your feet. Flex your feet. Squeeze your outer shins in. Big breath. Downward facing dog. Good work, Michelle. Breathe in and breathe out. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. And with your hand, take your hand to your outer shin, your right outer shin. So bring your pelvis really low so you can take your right hand to the shin, so way in between your ankle and your knee, so deeper. Yeah. Actively press out, actively press in. Good. Back heels stacked really high over your tippy toes. Take your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Connect your left elbow to your right knee. Open your arms. Outer shin in. Warrior two. Warrior two. Bend deep. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. Go deep. Pressing your right knee away to your back body. Flip your front palm, reverse. And press your right shin more towards the front edge of your mat. Good, Jen. Good, Michelle. Extended side angle. Bring your right fingertips to the earth inside your right ankle and press your tricep into your knee. Yeah, and press your knee into your tricep. And bring your pelvis lower. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Vinyasa flow, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, crescent lunge. Create your hand on your shin pressing into your hand, your pelvis low to facilitate that contact. Twist to the left. Split your hands apart. Reach your left fingers up, right fingers down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Warrior 2. Stack front knee over front ankle. Shin presses towards the front edge of your mat. And press your left knee towards the lobby that you came through. Squeeze skin to muscle to bone. Reverse your warrior. Look up. Look back. Extended side angle, fingertips to the earth. Left fingers to the earth. Press your tricep into your knee into your tricep. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Plant your hands to the earth and you flow high push-up, low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Take the block between your shins, chair pose. Block between your shins, chair pose. Squeeze and sit. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. Keep squeezing the block. Here, focus on squeezing your outer shins into the block and sit your hips down. Down more, down more. Good. Chair pose to center. Twist left. Yeah, squeeze the block and lower your hips. Lower, squeeze and lower. Good, Jen. Good, Michelle. Forward fold. Everyone keep the brick. Good. Take a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Squeeze the block and drop your head. Stand on your hands, palms to toes, forward fold. And lift up your feet. Wedge your hands under your feet. Drop your head, squeeze that block. And release this pose and take crow pose. Take crow pose. If it's in your practice, take it with the block. And if crow is not in your practice, you can take forearm plank with the block between your shins. Squeeze into center line. One, two, three, four, five, and you flow high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ha. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Eagle right side. Skin to muscle to bone, hugging outer shins in, into center line. Everything squeeze. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. Release, come to stand. Standing leg raise, right knee into your chest. You'll take standing leg raise, you'll open your right leg out to the right, you extend your left arm to the left, and you go. Take your shin, take your big toe, yogi's choice, and turn your head, see your left thumb. See your left thumb with your right eye. Good, Clementine. Come back to center, kick your foot, reach your fingers. Airplane, right leg back, engagement in your outer shins, squeezing into center line. Lift more through your back leg. Half moon, left fingers down to that block. Block or spider fingers. Look back and see your toes. See your right toes and lift your right leg higher once you see your toes. Engagement in your shins, pulling your toes towards your nose. Good, Danielle, yes. Everyone, one more breath in. Come to stand, exhale. Switch sides. Standing leg raise, left knee, left shin, left big toe, open. See your right thumb with your left eye. Good, Clementine. Good, Meredith. Come back to center, kick your foot, reach your fingers. Airplane, arms back. Left foot back, left foot flexed, left shin fully engaged, right shin pulling into center. Half moon. See your left toes and lift your left leg higher once you see your toes. Skin to muscle to bone. Squeeze in and press out. Yes, Clementine. Come to stand. Good work, Jen. Dancer pose, right side. Right hand takes right foot. And you kick your right toes towards the ceiling. You go. Outer shins squeezing into center line. Right toes kick towards the ceiling. Left arm reaching out into space. Change sides. Change sides. Outer shins squeeze in, lift through your back toes. Change sides. Come to stand. Everyone breathe in. Everyone breathe out. Tree pose, right foot to ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Squeeze into center line. Lift your arms up, lift your eyes up. Switch sides. Arms up, eyes up, look up. Release. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Extended mountain. Reach. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. High to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, triangle. Create the feeling of outer shins in, skin to muscle to bone. Right fingers to the block or to the outside of your right ankle. Stand up. Right toes point to the left. Fold forward. And squeeze your outer shins in and press out through the pinky toe edges of your feet. Outer shins in, pinky toe edges of your feet out. Stand up, right toes forward. Pyramid pose, left foot halfway up your mat. Outer shins in towards center. And fold over your right leg. Twisting triangle. Breathe in, plant your hands and flow high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left side triangle. Outer shins in, press out through the pinky toe edges of your feet. Stand up, left toes point to the right, interlock your hands at the small of your back, bend your knees. Hug your outer shins in and fold forward. Stand up. Pyramid pose, left side. Left toes forward, right foot up, halfway. Squeeze outer shins in, fold forward. Hand placement, variation of choice. Twisting triangle. Right fingers touch down, use the block. Squeeze your outer shins in. Gaze up. Left shoulder back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And take the block and squeeze it in between your shins in downward facing dog. High plank. Low plank. High plank. Low plank. High plank, lower down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the block between your shins, untuck your toes. Bring one ear to the earth, arms back by your sides. Yeah, keep the block between your shins. Hug your outer shins in. Locust pose, rise up, squeeze the block, lift up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, rise. Exhale, squeeze. One more, rise. Squeeze. Lower down, keep the block. Turn your other ear to the earth. Locust pose number 2. Squeeze. Squeeze the brick and lift up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, stay. Again. Exhale, stay. Breathe. Release, keep the block. Breathe in. Breathe out. Floor bow, reach back, grab your feet, grab your ankles, leave the block at the back of your mat. Oh, no, actually, yeah, grab your feet, grab your ankles with the block. With the block. Try it on. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. You don't know until you try. Floor bow, squeeze in and kick up. Yeah, squeeze in and kick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release your feet, sway your feet from side to side. And floor bow number 2. If you like the block, squeeze the block. If you dislike the block, grab your feet, grab your ankles. Create the outer shins in, even if there is no block. Invisible block syndrome right here. Rise up, squeeze. Full breaths in, full breaths out. Rise up. Exhale. One more, Michelle. Rise up, kick, and breathe in. Release, sway your feet from side to side. Upward facing dog. Hug your shins in. Press the full tops of your feet down. Downward facing dog. Come down to your knees and set up your camel with a block between your shins. Set up your camel with a block between your shins. Squeeze the brick and lift your chest to go up and go back into camel. Squeeze and lift. Come out of camel, sit on the brick, sit on the block. And recreate camel second set. Lift up. Squeeze the brick and lift your chest up and back. Outer shins in. And come out of camel and sit on your heels. Breathe in and breathe out. Bridge pose with a block between your shins. Block between your shins. And lift your hips. Lift your hips and take bridge. Squeeze into center, lift your hips. Lengthen the back of your neck. Lower down to the earth. We have 6 more, 6 bridges, 6 wheels. I invite you to keep the block between your shins if you take full wheel. If you take bridge, go up. You know where to go. Rise up. Bring your big toes in towards centerline chair. Good. Squeeze that block. Take a breath in. Let that breath go. Slowly lower down to the earth. Reset. Recreate. Number 2, rise up, bridge or wheel. Bring your big toes in towards center line. Clementine, walk your feet in closer towards one another. Squeeze your outer shins in. Lower down to the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bridge or wheel, rise up. Number 3, big toes in towards center line. Good, Clementine. Lift your hips more, squeeze the block more. Lower down to the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 4, bridge or wheel, rise up. Squeeze your outer shins in. Lower down to your mat. Number 5, bridge or wheel, rise up. Outer shins squeeze in, lift up. Big toes squeeze in towards center line. Yeah, walk your toes in more. Yes, good, share. Good. That's feet on 12 o'clock. That's good. Lower down to the mat. Breathe out. Breath in. Breath out. Last one, number 6, lift up, bridge or wheel. If wheel is in your practice, take wheel. Take the opportunity, the invitation to take your big toes in, your outer shins in, your chest, your heart up, full breathing into your ribs. Lower all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of your feet press in. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Happy baby. And create outer shins in here in happy baby. Muscle energy from the bottoms of your feet all the way up into your hips, all the way up your legs, skin to muscle to bone. Take the block and squeeze it between your shins and send your feet up towards the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your head, lift your chest up towards the block, pulse up towards the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your chest to the earth. Yeah, your back to the earth. Reset, recreate your feet. Good, Cher. Squeeze the block. Lift your chest up off the earth and take your right armpit in the direction of your left knee. Right armpit in the direction of your left knee. Good. And change sides. Twist from right to left. 1, 2, 3. Lead from your armpit. Elbows wide. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let your head rest. Keep your legs up. Legs up, chest up towards the block. Straight crunches, chest up towards the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Recommit to your feet. 6, 7. Good, Chris. 8, 9, 10. Head rests. Pull your knees into your chest. Keep the block. Keep the block. Place your hands under your tailbone. Extend your legs with the block up towards the ceiling and squeeze into center line. Create feet action in your feet. Toes pull towards your face. Yes, Meredith. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Where's the breath? It got real quiet in here. Lower your legs 60 degrees. Take your feet to a hover, look at your toes, squeeze the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Lower your legs 30. Squeeze that block. Outer shins in. 60. Take your feet to a hover, look at your toes, squeeze the block, see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Recreate the squeezing of your outer shins and recreate your feet. You can see them. Lower down 30. 60. Hover your feet, look at your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good work, Jen. 5, 6. Yes, Michelle. 7, 8. Yes, Clementine. 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Last one. Last one. Legs up. Squeeze the block. Lower your legs 30 degrees. 60 degrees. Hover your feet. Look at your toes. Squeeze the brick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, Meredith. 7. Yes, Chris. 8, 9, 10. Yes, Cher. Hug your knees into your chest. High boat with the block between your shins. High boat. You can come up into high boat and then place the block, or you can place the block and then come into high boat. Try it on. Try it on. Yes, squeeze the block. See the block. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. Good, Danielle. High boat. Low boat and hold for 5. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Clementine. 4, 5. Release. Yes, good work, everyone. Downward facing dog to half pigeon. If you want to take reclined half pigeon, you can go right there. your call, your pigeon. And create your seated figure 4, your reclined half pigeon, your traditional half pigeon. Create outer shins in, skin to muscle to bone. This half pigeon is an active pose where you're pressing your feet into the earth. Your legs are lit up by squeezing in. Seated figure 4, same thing. Feet alive, awake, flexed. Yes, Chris, yes. Change sides. And recreate skin to muscle to bone. Outer shins squeezing in. Double pigeon. Stack your right shin on top of your left shin at the front of your mat, bringing your right ankle to the outside of your left knee. And wake up your legs, your feet. Switch sides. Frog pose. And flex your feet. And create a new frog with knees a little bit wider for the last 60 seconds. New frog, wider knees. 45 seconds. Crawl forward out of frog. Bring your legs together behind you. Belly to the earth. Seated single leg extension. Switch sides. Seated forward fold with the block on the widest width between your shins. Now squeeze the block and fold forward. Reverse tabletop, take the wide block with you into reverse tabletop. And squeeze the block, lift your hips, lift your chest. Good, Jen, good, Michelle. Yes, yes, Clementine. Lower down to the earth. Set the block off to the side, take fish pose. And come up and out of fish and set up your inversion. waterfall, block under the tailbone. Headstand, mat at the wall. Headstand, center of your mat. And you go. When I tell a story instead of the truth, I have to remember all the details of who I said to what. When I speak my truth, instead of telling a story or a white lie or a gray truth, I am freed up from remembering exactly what I said or how I said it or to who or to when or to where. I'm freed from second guessing myself. And there's a great quote from Brené Brown. You either walk inside your story and own it, or you stand outside your story and hustle for worthiness. 60 seconds in your inversion. Shoulder stand, take your toes to the earth for plow. Good Clementine. From plow, bend your knees to take ear pinning pose. Shoulder standers slowly lower down. Headstanders pike to an L shape. Everyone make your way to your back. Hug your right knee into your chest and take supine twist. Change sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. Shavasana. Create any final pose that you prefer. Set yourself up for stillness. Deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And roll to your right and squeeze your knees into your chest. And press yourself up to an easy seat at the top of your mat, bringing your hands to heart center. And we'll seal today's practice with 3 ohms. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. And together we bow and say namaste. And I invite you all to look this week at where you're hustling for worthiness and can instead just speak your truth. Stand in your own story and own it. And get back to me. Let me know how it goes, what you found out. Thank you so much for coming. Give yourself a big round of applause. Happy Saturday. Good work, everyone. Go forth and enjoy the beautiful weather. Thank you.